Good morning, everybody. I'm here with Karen Thomas of the Friendly Hands Food Bank here in Torrington, and the biggest food bank here in the Northwest corner. How are you today?
I'm well, thank you, Senator. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me. Why don't you tell me a little bit about the founder
Yes.
of Friendly Hands?
Absolutely. So it was Maureen Moe, as she was known, Huber, and 32 years ago, she started this food bank right out of her basement in her house, 3 houses down from where we sit today.
Is that right?
It's crazy. And so she did this for several years, and seeing the need for food insecurity here in Northwest Connecticut. And over the last 32 years, she was able to purchase this building here and make sure that the people that were facing food insecurity were fed. And when I took over in 2020, just right before the pandemic hit, we had over about 300 clients. And as of today, we're seeing over 5,000 families here that we serve at Friendly Hands Food Bank.
And when are you open?
We are open Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, 8:45 to 3:15. And then Wednesdays, we like to help serve people, maybe the working class. So we're open 11 to 5. So we try to vary our hours to make sure everyone has access to the food bank.
Why don't you tell me a little bit more about the food insecurities that you have here?
Yes.
And about the community that you serve?
Absolutely. So right now, with the numbers, research shows that there's over 19,000 in Litchfield County alone that are facing food insecurity. So these people, rely on food banks to help get nutritious meals and things put on their table so they can survive. With the 5,000 families that we serve, we see everything from seniors, individuals, and families with children. One of the things that we just started doing over this past year, at late 2022, was delivering to all of our senior housing complexes so we could bring the food right to their door. And then a new project that we just started last month, if you can imagine, is delivering to daycare centers. So the parents that are working, they pick up their kids and the food is right there for them. So these are a couple things we're trying to do to make sure that we hit all of the people that are facing food insecurity.
That is wonderful. And you took over in 2020. Why don't you tell me a little bit more of how you got involved, or really when you got involved?
Yes. So about 20 years ago, Senator, it was insane. I got a call saying, hey, we've got a board opening at Friendly Hands. Would you be interested? And I really didn't know much about food insecurity or anything. And I said, sure, I'd love that. So I've been here for 20 years in various capacities, as a board member, as a volunteer, a van driver, you name it. And when Mo took ill in about 2019, she had cancer. She passed in 2020. When she passed, they asked if I would come down and take over and just, kind of oversee until they found someone for executive director. And then as I was doing it for a few weeks, they said, well, you really are the great choice because you've been here for over 20 years. So who better? And I did accept it. I do have another job. So this is like my second hat. But you know what? I love it. I'm here as executive director for the last 3 years. And there's nothing better coming from my heart, helping the people with food insecurity.
Well, how lucky are we to have you?
Well, thank you.
Why don't you tell everybody a little bit how they might be able to get more involved?
Oh, absolutely. So, that's a great question, Senator. We would like to have people just know who Friendly Hands Food Bank are. We are here. We work with 3 part-time and 1 full-time staff, okay? Very low. So we always need volunteers. And when I say volunteers, whether you can come in and help us with a distribution, or you could come and maybe do a food drive for us, or even just monetary donations. We have a website, www.fhfb.org. There's a donate button, and no amount is too small or too large. $1, $5, anything will always go. And know that money goes directly to fight food insecurity, where we'll be buying food and making sure that people can put food on their table. So if anybody out there would like to volunteer, give us a call. We'd love to have you. Come on down and you'll be a part of our Friendly Hands family.
Is there any food in particular that you're in need of at the moment?
Yes, and you'll laugh at this, and I always say this, jelly. We are constantly
Jelly.
needing jelly. And you know, a lot of times we get people who are like, oh, peanut butter, tuna, which is fabulous, and we'll take anything. But again, we're always short on jelly. Canned goods like soup and vegetables are always in need. But again, it should be noted too that we'll take perishable items. So maybe you have a couple extra dozen eggs, maybe you have chickens or milk or frozen meat, anything like that. We will take all of that because we like to put together a nutritious box for our clients so they go home and they can make food with, you know, things other than just canned items.
That is terrific. So as you can see, they provide very well-rounded boxes here for people, and they could always use some extra hands as well. So if you are able, it would be wonderful if you could come down and help Karen out. I want to thank Karen so much for having me here at Helping Hands. We're going to go take a little tour, and she is the kickoff for Women's History Month. I will be highlighting nonprofit organizations that are either owned or run by women. Thank you so much, Karen.
Thank you, Senator.
Okay.